Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Feeznur Izyleen Karmila Binti Basahali, and today I want to present about my internship at company Pejabat Daerah dan Tanah Rompin. Okay, this is my slide internship guideline with its first introduction and followed by organization background and summary of the job functions, problem encounter solution, and summary of the experience. Next is a conclusion, and last is a appendix. Alright, as we know, industrial training is a mandatory requirement for students in certain programs at all levels of higher education in institutions of higher learning in the IPT. To increase the level of employment of graduates, industry training programs are introduced to strengthen the required competencies. Okay, alright. Industrial training course give students the opportunity to learn in the world of work to receive practical experience in order to consider its marketability. My industry training at the Pejabat Daerah dan Tanah Kuala Lumpur. It take the period time of the industrial training around 3 months from the 29 September to 18 December 2020. My position my position at the company is as the admin and human resource department. To expose the student on new environment life, work outside from the college before graduates on the future. It can gain students exposure and experience to students in the term of technological development, effective communication, and how to create a good character in the teamwork. Okay, this is my organization background. Pejabat Daerah dan Tanah was just a penghulu officer for Mukim Rompin, which is located under the Pekan District Administration. Its upgrade to the Rompin Sub-District Office in 1952. Pejabat Daerah consists of 5 mukim and 33 village. This is a map that have 5 mukim, which is Mukim Pontian, Tioman, Rompin, Keratung, and also Endau. They also have development and security communities. This administration is divided into 3, which is management service divisions, rural development divisions, and land administration division. The vision in the company is to make Rompin District a leader of excellent industry and land administrations, while the mission is committed to provide excellence, quality, and integrity service. Alright, there's 5 objectives in the company, which is first, strengthen the organizational capabilities, and more systematic service delivery system. Second, strengthen the governance of the organization by adopting noble values and creative and innovative culture. This is the vision and mission of the company. The mission is to make the Rompin District is a leader of the excellent in district land administrations. Why the mission is committed to provide. Alright, this is 5 of objective for the company. First is strengthen the organizational capabilities, and more systematic service delivery system. Second, strengthen the government of the organization by adopting noble value and creative and innovative culture. Next, strengthen and update policy related to land management and administrations. Besides that, We utilize ICT technology in improving the delivery of PDT car service. Last but not least, establish strategic cooperation with stakeholder and government and non-government organizations. Why the service that provide in the pejabat daerah is the travel and catalyst for efficient and effective district development. Then they provide a socio-economic development programs. Next, the plan and land development administrator and enforce land law. And lastly, they implement the collective of variation at land, revenue, tax and license. Our management structure that we is you can see that Ahmad Nasim bin Datuk Haji Muhammad Siddiq is our administrative and diplomatic officer, which is called CEO, and followed by management service, but as a assistant district officer, but there's no vacant for a while. And next, information technology, like assistant chief information is the Muhammad Khairul Azmi bin Shafian, with their technology computer technician is Muhammad Afizi bin Sapri. And followed by in the management assistant district is my supervisor is Saizal Binti Ishaq, and the assistant is Nazrul Ridwan Muhammad bin Muhammad Ramli, and I as their practical student in Saizal Binti in my supervisor at the Saizal Binti Ishaq. Okay, this is the summary of the job functions. During these 3 months working at the Pejabat Daerah dan Tanah Rompins, I have gained a lot of experience and knowledge. A summary of this report aims to look at the work I have done throughout my training at the district at the Pejabat Daerah dan Tanah Rompin. Okay, first, I prepare documents related to specific tasks, which is in the first week of my internship. I was taught by Mrs. Musfira how to use photostat machine, scan the document, and from the photostat machine can scan the document to pen drive, and how to fax the document to another company. So I learned to prepare some documents such as guarantee letter, government who 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 has intern in the government or work government, he know what is the guarantee letter. So the documents such as the guarantee letter, employee salary, and a movement certificate, and etc. Alright, seconds, I updating the employee data using HRMIS system and a new aspect for 2021. During the first month for the internship, my industry supervisor, Mrs. Sahizans, teach me how to use the HRMIS system to get the employees' information for each department. She had instructed me to collect all of employee data for the new aspect to 2021. So I collect and I ask some of the employee who has been update the data in the HRMIS to update or give me the new updations such as new phone number, address, grade, and email of the others. Alright, next is filing and the preparation document according to the specific file category. I had learned how to prepare and do filing for documents such as medical certificate, time off, applications form leave, working exchange form, and claim according by the name of the staff in one file. I compile one file if any staff have their time off the works. And next, Mr. Shamimi asked me to create the employee card form for all employee in each department. So I create a new form to give all the staff at the departments, to all departments. Next, I create and rename file for preparation during the system start rate with SSR seasons. This is so really time that is have a audit come to our company to checking and remark their need. I was assigned to classify the public sector general affair file from 100 until 500 of the each type in the system, and I also open a new file to change all the name before to using a new code from 100 to 505. And after this I arrange in the file in the store file in the room of the file by the code. Next, I'm preparing the certificate and invoice. I was assigned to make a certificate for the staff every time they attended the courses. I learned a new way during do the tasks like use a mailing system for the certificate that will automatically when print they automatically come out one by one or the name of each staff who attended the course. And lastly, I'm keying the receipt in the system. I have employees who issue receipt to customer who comes to pay their affidavits, as well as the house or akun sumpah, and I key in it into the system. After I print out and the receipt, I stamp that has been paid and filing by tag to the file in the file. Alright, next is the problem encounter and the solutions. As an industrial training student, when adapting into a new environment of working in life may arise some problems during the process. It is a part of the challenge in the next life what might face by each student. One of the problem encountered is communication and misunderstanding. This problem will happen when the top management are busy and have outdoor work and pass to the some of the staff at the same time is busy doing their work. At one time, they will give the task without complete instructions. What is the next step to do? They will communicate through the staff, and this will give some misunderstanding on what are the staff try to explain to me. Alright, the solutions. I improve communication skill between top management and staff. If the in the instruction if the instructions not clear and I don't understand, I will go directly to the person and ask to be done. Next is lack of knowledge in the field of human resource. Problem in managing new employee as well as employee affair when in a work environment are not the same. When I learned theory, I was a bit awkward when giving a new staff to expose about the rules and regulations in the company and the way I deliver to give them and understand and understand what's a bit slow. So I solved this problem. I acquire more knowledge in the field of human resource. How to solve this problem? I was give a lot of the guidance from my industrial supervisor in managing a new staff. I am also learned more and understandings company matter, so that it is easy for me to give sponsors a new staff. Besides that, I have lack of knowledge in finance. One of the biggest challenge is a lack of knowledge on the task that was given. I need to complete the employee allowance claim within just 1 week before the day of the audit. The problem is to understand the virus report that need to be reduced. So I solved the problems. I acquired knowledge from the finance staff. I asked the financial staff for a more detailed explanations to check the claim allowance of employees working outside. I also make a overtime work, such as working on weekend to complete the claim before the audit. I also take some notes to be our reference and guiding when during doing the finance of the work. Lastly, is a multiple task in one time. This problem will arise when the task given in one time and need to be submitted in the same day. All employees are too busy to complete the file due to an audit at the end of the month. So they asked me to help with some work that was still interrupted. As it was a new thing for me, it was a bit difficult to handle the task given, and there were other tasks that need to be complete at the same day. So the solutions are prioritizations and time management. If they give multiple tasks in one time, I will make sure I prioritize and do the important task before I do the other tasks. I need to manage my time to ensure all tasks are complete one time. Throughout the training period, I have gained a lot of technical and administrative knowledge and working experience about the nature of the company process and procedures. So this is a summary of the experience, which is have a 4 summary. First is gain extra knowledge. Gain extra knowledge is being a trainee in a government administration is out of my field because I do not know the scope of the work as an administration in government sector. It gave me a lot of valuable experience and knowledge about the government, on the scope of the employment in the government sector. As a practical training student with a staff, our relationship is a very good because the staff there are supportive, cooperative, and very helpful from all the work done. They guide me until I no longer made the same mistake. They guide me until I no longer made the same mistakes while in a given jobs. Next is the time management. I can learn to manage my time well when going to work. I will make sure I arrive early and not late for work, and always punctual. In addition, in a task given and has a set period of submit, I will execute earlier so I can alert with the deadline in the term of the finishings the task that given. Next is self-confidence. I was able to increase my level of the confidence when I was assigned to be the chairman of a council in an online mental health briefings. At first, I was a bit less confident because for a long time I was not exposed myself to speaking in front of the people. So I encourage myself to confidence and be a new experience for me when I was as a chairman in the programs. Lastly, uh, exchange skill and ability. I improve a lot of skill and ability that I never explored or done in the student life, such as communication skill between the employee. I should call them. I should call them a formal name by their grades or title that have in the office. Call them. So uh, I was given a lot of exposures from the staff in interacting with a proper language and a good attitude. Alright, the conclusions can be elaborated after 12 weeks according to the industrial training program at the Pejabat Daerah dan Tanah PDT Rompens. I found that industry training is an initial exposure to students with employment and real environmental conditions that are different from the learning situations at the university. Work experience is very important to face all problems while in the office or at work outside. Mental and physical preparations is very important to ensure that all the work instructed can be carried out smoothly. Alright, this is the appendices which um I have do the certificate for the staff and doing the text MC, arrange the file in the room, and attend the meeting with program that I have a chairman for this. So thank you. Alright, thank you for the listenings.